Now, let's be honest, in South Africa, everyone knows someone who owns a Polo. It's that car that you'll find at a varsity parking lot, outside the office, or even at a family braai. I would even go as far as saying you haven't lived in South Africa until you've either driven one of these or at least sat in one. And this one that I'm reviewing today is finished in Ascot Grey. Hi guys, welcome back to Driven by Mahlatsi. And this car that we have today comes straight from Volkswagen Braamfontein. So if you're looking at getting into a new Polo, that's the place that you'll want to visit. When you get there, ask for Dumelo and just tell him that I sent you. But before you make that trip, let me show you why this 2025 model still has South Africans talking. This one is the 2025 Volkswagen Polo Hatch 1.0 TSI. Now the bigger question is the Polo still a budget car? Let's find out. So from the outside, the 2025 Polo Hatch looks sharp and confident, the kind of design that makes sense whether you're a student, a young professional, or even a parent buying a reliable second car for the family. The Ascot Grey paint gives it a classy, understated vibe. It's not screaming for attention, but it still manages to turn heads because of how clean and modern it looks. The body lines are tight and refined, giving the Polo a premium feel that's rare in small hatchbacks. And then up front, VW has given it a refreshed grille pad with sleek LED headlights that cut through the road with a very distinct signature. And here's something that not many people may know. The Polo nameplate has been around since 1975, but in South Africa it became a household name in the early 2000s when VW introduced the Polo Player and Classic. That's when it really cemented its spot as the people's hatchback. So going to the rims are practical. They're also stylish. They're not over the top. I think it's just the right size to balance the comfort with that sporty look. Along the sides, the Polo's proportions, they feel spot on, compact enough for city driving, yet it's solid enough that it never feels flimsy. And at the back, you get the sharp LED tail lights with that familiar Polo look and the subtle badging that keeps it very clean. So there's no unnecessary extras, it's just the neat, confident design that instantly recognizable on the road. And then there's practicality, the boot. For a hatchback, it's surprisingly generous. So whether it's shopping bags, a gym bag, or even luggage for a weekend getaway, the Polo makes everyday life easy without feeling cramped. I think it's the mix of style, practicality, and heritage that's kept it a favorite in South Africa for so many years. So now stepping inside, this is where it starts feeling way more premium than you'd expect. So first up, the infotainment system. You've got your radio, Bluetooth, and of course your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which basically means your Spotify playlists and WhatsApp messages follow you wherever you go. And let's be honest, guys, that's probably one of the features that most people care about, because what's a drive without your music? Come on. But here's where it gets cooler. So from this very same infotainment screen, you can even customize your digital cockpit. So you can switch up your cluster looks, whether you want your speed big and bold, your revs showing, or maybe you are that person who just wants the map front and center. It's like changing wallpapers on your phone, except now it makes your driving feel fresher. And speaking of the digital cockpit, it's fully digital, sharp and clean. It shows you your speed, revs, trip data, fuel consumption, and even navigation instructions. I think that's a very good feature, especially for a budget let me not say budget car, but entry-level car. I think that is very good. Now, one thing I like about VW is how the whole setup just feels logical. I don't think anything is overcomplicated. You don't have to scroll through 10 menus just to find the radio. Everything is straightforward, straight to the point, which is exactly what you want in your daily driver. And if you're a manual fan, this model is a 5-speed manual gearbox, so you can actually feel like you're driving, not just sitting in traffic in a car that does everything for you. Some people will say manuals are dying, but hey, if you love to roll through the gears, this Polo gives you exactly that. But what would you guys do if you had a choice? Would you go for the manual in this Polo or stick to the automatic? I'm sorry, I'm going for the automatic, man. I think if you're a new driver, stick to the automatic. But if you've been driving for a while and you genuinely prefer manual, hey man, go for it. Under the hood, you get a 1.0 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine producing 70 kilowatts and 175 newton meters of torque. Now, those numbers might not sound huge, but the turbo really wakes it up when you need it, especially for overtaking or pulling away from the robot. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in at 10.8 seconds. Yeah, it's quite slow, but it's not built for racing. It's more than capable for everyday driving. And the top speed gives you 187 kilometers an hour. I mean, what are you doing over 120? So I think this is perfect. Though realistically, it's the smoothness and stability at normal speed that stands out. So what makes this engine special is the balance. You get enough punch to keep things fun, but it still sips fuel. So with an average of 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers and a 40-liter tank, you're also looking at about 750 kilometers of range. I think that's proper efficiency for a daily drive. Now let's talk numbers. So the retail price of this Polo 1.0 TSI comes in at 319,900 Rand with a 0 Rand deposit, 0% balloon over 72 months at 10.5 interest. You're looking at a monthly repayment of about 6,007 Rand. So insurance will obviously depend on your age, your driving history, and where you live, but on average you can expect around 1,200 to 1,500 or maybe even higher. So yeah, all in, you're looking at about 7,500 Rand a month to own one of these cars. So my final verdict on the Polo 1.0 TSI, I think two things that stand out for me is one, the build quality and refinement. For a small hatchback, I think it feels pretty premium. Inside out, I think they really did good on that. The second is fuel efficiency. That 1.0 turbo is light on fuel and it's still fun to drive. Other things that I do not like about this car, I think the price, over 300k, it's a bit expensive for what's supposed to be an entry-level hatchback. I think it's a bit expensive, but you still get cheaper options like your Polo Vivos. And then secondly is the safety. In the country that we live in, we all know that VWs are hijacked a lot. That's not really the brand's problem. It's more of the problem that we have in the country. So I can't really put it on them. It's something that they can control. But that's some of the things that I would consider before getting this car. But overall, the Polo is a solid, a reliable choice, but it's not the unbeatable value it used to be. So personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's a great car, but with the price creeping up, there are other options out there that are worth considering. Otherwise, thank you guys very much for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to anyone you know who likes the Polo or maybe wants to buy the Polo. As for me, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.